welcome to Mama Ruth's house. Today we're going to be making a low-calorie Eggs Benedict. It'll be a wonderful brunch served to your mother or your father for Father's Day or anything. Even if you just want to make it, it's super simple and you can make it for any day. It is 3 Weight Watcher points per serving. And let's get started. What I'm doing here. So I'm going to turn these on. So we're going to be using the light English muffins. These are multi-grain, 100 calories for one muffin, both sides. But then we're going to be also using Canadian bacon. Whoops. And this makes 4 servings, but I'm going to choose to eat 2 eggs, so that's 6 points. So while our water is, we're put a pan on with water for our poached eggs. We did it 3/4 full with a teaspoon, of white vinegar. And this pan is going to be for our Canadian bacon. And then this one, we're going to be doing our hollandaise sauce in. So first up in our pan for the hollandaise sauce, we're going to put a 1/2 cup of 0.0 fat Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of light mayo, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, and a 1/2 tablespoon of honey. We'll mix that up, and while that other pan is getting warm, then we'll go ahead and stir this and get it ready, and I'll start whisking it in case I need it later. And you can add hot sauce if you'd like. My husband's not a big fan of hot sauce, but I do have some chipotle sauce here that I probably will drizzle on mine. We're just going to cook up brown our Canadian bacon here. Just takes a little bit of time. This doesn't take very long at all. We have our water boiling over here. I'm going to go ahead and add the poached eggs over there, but then I'll transfer them here so you can see once this is done. So we're going to add them one at a time. Actually, I think this will be, you know how to do that more than, I don't know, a lot of people don't poach eggs. So let's just put our water over here, and you can see what I'm doing while we're heating up this over here. So you want your water not rapid boiling, just simmering. I'll let it get to temperature here. And then we're going to salt and pepper the top to taste and put a little parsley when we serve. It's starting to boil a little bit. It's going to take 4 minutes once we get our eggs in there. So I'll just keep this simmering low. Turn it turn it down just a tad. Okay, we're going to prepare some hollandaise sauce. This is a low calorie, lower fat hollandaise sauce. And I do not have a double boiler for some reason. I don't know why. So this is one way you can do it if you don't have a double boiler. I'm going to put you down so you could see. All right. So you get a pan and you put water in it and get it boiling. It's just about there now. For this, we're going to be using 1 cup of zero fat-free Greek yogurt, 3 egg yolks. I don't know if you can see that. 3 egg yolks. 2 teaspoons of fresh squeezed lemon. A half a teaspoon of salt and a little dash of pepper. Half a teaspoon of paprika. And a half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Waiting for this. I hope everyone had a wonderful day. So what we're going to do is when this is warm, we're going to just take a strainer, and I put a bowl inside, and we're going to just put that right on top, and that's going to make us our double boiler. It's just about ready. It's not really going to matter. We'll just go ahead and stick everything in there, and then we can start stirring. This takes about 15 minutes. So after about 10 minutes, it's going to be thinner, and then it starts thickening up probably the last 5 minutes. So we're just going to put this, our egg yolks. And the reason you use a double boiler is you don't want to have your eggs scramble, so it's a good way it prevents that from happening. And our lemon juice. I'm going to stir it up with my spoon, and then I'll use my whisk for the rest of the time. I'll probably cut some of this out so you don't have to be here for 15 minutes doing it, but I wanted you to see how it is. The process. You stir this pretty frequently, but you don't have to do it continuously. But I'm going to get a pot holder because that's I'm going to go ahead and set our timer for 15 minutes. So I have the timer set for 15 minutes. It's a very easy sauce to make. And I do notice that some people like a little more lemon flavor, so you're welcome to add a little bit more lemon. Put parsley or dill freshly chopped in after at the end, or you can just, I like to sprinkle my parsley on top. You can do this same type of a double boiler if you are melting like chocolate or something like that you're going to be dipping a lot, and you don't want it to get cool so that it solidifies while you're doing it. You can do that because you can't really put, I found, I should say, that when I try to put the chocolate back in the microwave, when I do the microwave method, that it starts getting kind of clumpy and unusable. like you can't really use the chocolate. So this is a really nice way to do it if you don't have a double boiler. I think it's one of those things you don't use very often, so that's why I don't have one, but I think I probably need one. Although this works just fine. See how it's loosening up a little bit? You can see it's a little thinner, and it'll thicken back up again after. Makes a nice smooth, creamy sauce. It's been cooking about 4 minutes. See how runny it gets right now in this stage? And then about the 10-minute mark, it's going to thicken back up again. It's a lovely sauce to put over your Eggs Benedict, but it's also, it's versatile. You could probably add, well, not probably, but I would add some dill and add a little bit more lemon, and you can put it over salmon. That would be really a nice touch. Using the yogurt versus all the butter in the traditional style really cuts the fat and calories down. It takes a little bit of time, but it's well worth it and an easy sauce to make. We're about at the 6-minute mark, almost 7. I'm so excited. I hope that you all will tune in. I will be doing a little segment on Good Day Sacramento, and that's here locally. And that will be on Saturday, the 29th in the 9 o'clock hour. So I'm not exactly sure what time, but in the 9 o'clock hour. And I will be making my decadent stuffed French toast. For the folks there, I'm very blessed that I get to do that. It's starting to thicken up a little bit. We're almost at the 10-minute mark. You can add additional salt and pepper if you'd like on the table when you add it, when you dish it up. Okay, we got 5 minutes remaining. It reminds me of when you make a pudding for pies. Sometimes this is exactly the way it is to me. And then our paprika. Add the rest of that. You can see that it looks really nice. It's going to have a really good flavor. When we finish this video, you'll see that I used the other one, and when I tasted it, it tastes good. It's just a lot of mustard for me. So I decided to put this one in instead. I just turned over our Canadian bacon that we had cooking over here. All right, this is just going to be, I want it just like that, not too simmering, but just a little bit. If anyone watches Good Day Sacramento, I will be on Good Day Sacramento making my stuffed French toast for the folks there on Saturday the 29th. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down even more because I don't really want it boiling. All right, so we're going to put our first egg in here and let it solidify a little. Once that kind of, you can't really see in there, can you? Turn this off because I don't really want it bubbling. Maybe I'll take it off the stove for right now. Now, see, that one is ready to put my next egg in. This is pretty easy. That one's looking good. We're going to do another one. Let that one get a little bit, you just kind of want it a little bit white so that when you put your other one in. Let me turn my, everything kind of comes together pretty quickly at the end, so you just kind of be ready. I went ahead and turned that off. I'm going to put my English muffins down in the toaster. I'm going to add my last egg. Then I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to cover it for 4 minutes. Canadian bacon looks great. It's all ready. Our hollandaise sauce is looking good. Probably just keep it on here just a tad, just turn it low. So while that's doing that, let me get all of the, I only got a couple minutes here for our eggs. See, it doesn't take long at all once you get everything together. I think my longest thing that happens to me is I want to have everything prepared for you guys. So you're not waiting around watching me cut up something or something like that. See how rich and creamy that is? The English muffins toasted nicely. And our eggs are done. So we can serve. All right, so we are going to first take a slotted spoon, Canadian bacon. Can you see those? Yep. Then we're going to take our slotted spoon, put our eggs that are perfect on our muffin with our Canadian bacon. And then we're going to just pour some hollandaise sauce over the top. I just wanted to make sure I had enough for everything, so I didn't want to be too crazy with it. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on both. A little pepper. A little bit of a little bit of parsley. And this is our third segment for our brunch. And as you can see, this is how it looks when it's complete. And this is what our plate is going to look like that we could serve for Mother's Day. And I'll take pictures of it. So I can't wait to try it. Let's try this one. And our egg yolk has still a little bit runny. You could probably cook it a little less if you liked it a little more runny. It's totally up to you. Oh, it is super yummy. Very good. I hope you enjoy your day. And until we see each other again, make a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.